very brief. First, in response to Community Board 8, who we know very well and go see all the time, I think I was there months ago, speaking to you specifically, we called them, we offered them the opportunity to review the liquor application, and they told us no thank you. And then after we heard the report on Community Board 8's meeting, let's say last week, we called again and said we'd like the opportunity to meet with you and talk with you to review any plans, everything we were doing with Community Boards 2 and 6. And we're not taking up on that offer, and said we'd clear our schedules and everything in order to do it before this evening. So I just want to make sure that was clear for the record. Second, the use of in Gid's testimony and things being open, we're not talking about open, we're talking about liquor sales, timing around liquor sales, and I understand that may be just a language he's using, but being open till 2 a.m. serving, versus serving liquor till 2 a.m. I just want to clarify that his testimony is using a bunch of different words sort of interchangeably, and we're really talking about the sale of liquor, not hours of the arena or anything like that.
So the sale of liquor occurs at 2 a.m. and people leave at 3 a.m.? Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that, and then, so first of all, the term open, I think, just mixes, apples and oranges is what I sort of mean. But secondarily, I just want to say that we're not asking to serve liquor till 2 a.m. We are asking to serve liquor until all the rules that are laid out. So there's the time sports event and the concerts, 1 hour beforehand for all the general areas, the 3 areas I detailed before, 1 hour after, and then of course I don't need to go through it all over
again. That's in the June 18th submission.
Exactly. 2 a.m. was the request of Community Board 6 saying absolutely please never sell liquor after 2 a.m. and so we agreed to it. The cases in which we would be selling liquor till 2 a.m. are few and far between. And so I just want to clarify the language of serving liquor till 2 a.m. is now the rule, and now the policy is not exactly the way it's actually going to work. Okay? So I just wanted to make sure that was clear. That is the back stop.
If you're looking for a specific time.
Oh yeah, no, certainly. No, but there's just been a lot of statements about us serving liquor until 2 a.m. That is the very backstop. It was asked of us by CB6, and we agreed to it because we think that makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
And then the third statement is about bottle service, and we're thankful for these questions and the opportunity to clarify them. So first I want to define bottle service. It's a term that's thrown around. We want to be very clear about what that is. That is bottles of hard liquor being sold at an inflated price up to potentially $600, in any given event, to be purchased and then drank all at once along with mixers like ginger ale and cranberry juice and things like that, in a club setting. The 40/40 Club will have no bottle service. However, because this is, I don't think a scientific term, but a sort of general term, we want to clarify that champagne bottles and wine bottles can be sold in the 40/40 Club restaurant. So I just want to make sure the definition is clear before I answer the question. So the Vault, the 40/40 Club, and the Courtside Club will not have bottle service. But in our best efforts to be totally transparent, in a suite, which is owned by a company, let's say, and they can keep liquor in their suite over multiple days, there can be bottles of liquor. They will be sold at a totally different price, a much more reasonable sort of market price, and it is treated completely differently. And so I want to turn and look at everybody here because I don't want to be, I want to be clear on what exactly I'm saying. Bottle service, as I've just defined it, in those 3 spaces will not exist. However, bottles of liquor, let's say vodka, will be in people's corporate suites or their private suites. Okay?
And how is that controlled? I read the submission from Ms. Kwan with respect to security and security having the authority, keeping the prerogative of being able to go into these suites and sort of police them and watch them. How will that be controlled? How can it practically or logically be controlled?
Can I invite my colleagues with expertise in security and running operations? So why doesn't Julie come up here? Same way.
Julie
Margolis.
Yes.
I pronounce it.
Thank you. Julie Marlowe, I'm the Director of Operations for Levy Restaurants at Barclays Center. Just to speak on that suite guest experience, typically what is traditionally done in all of our arenas across the country, suite service does speak to the entertaining of guests inside of a very limited, very exclusive area. What our hosts will typically do is create a beverage experience for their guests to account for the different likings of those invited guests coming in. So in that instance, they may have a beverage package in their suite that's available that includes, as Ashley mentioned, a bottle of vodka, a bottle of whiskey, a bevy of beer types, non-alcoholic drinks, all of those types of opportunities for people to enjoy. The way that that is monitored, there is a host in that room that is part of the ownership of the suite, either the guest that has invited older guests in that night that they are entertaining, and or people who are responsible for that room as per the contract that they signed with the arena. Above and beyond that is the responsibility we hold as the license holder and certainly as the operator. What we have in those spaces are servers that are monitoring the suites over the course of the evening and checking base with the host to ensure they have first and foremost what they need, but most importantly are making sure that the guests are safe and secure in those spaces as they are enjoying and potentially consuming anything, whether that be food or beverage, non-alcoholic or alcoholic. In addition to that, you have your management folks that are moving through the floors, checking in with the host, doing your traditional hospitality touches for those spaces. And then we have guest service personnel that monitor the floor. They are our partners in responsible alcohol service monitoring throughout the venue, who are, of course, looking and monitoring guests as they move in and out of those spaces to use the restroom, go and visit other people in the concourses, etc. Beverage is not able to be taken out of those spaces in any form, such as a can or a bottle. So if you have a plastic glass that would be consumed for personal consumption, that can be moved, but it is then subject to monitoring just like any other guest moving along the concourse. In addition to the guest service personnel and the Levy restaurant staff that are in the building monitoring that experience, you also have all of our security personnel. So again, in partnership with them, we're always looking for anything that might be out of the ordinary as far as the guests and their behavior to ensure where they're coming from, where they're going to, and that they are carefully monitored throughout the night.
Thank you, Ms. Morgan and Ms. Cotton. Appreciate that. I am going to conclude this hearing. Before I conclude, any additional documentation, if anybody has letters of support, opposition, or what have you, they want to submit tonight, I will take them tonight. Thereafter, anything that's to be submitted to the State Liquor Authority with respect to this application can be addressed to Ms. Jacqueline, J-A-Q-U-E-L-I-N-E, Held, H-E-L-D, at the State Liquor Authority, 80 South Swan Street, 9th floor, Albany, New York, 12210. The authority will get it and will consider it. Ms. Held's fax number, if you wish to use the fax, is 518-402-2304. I want to thank everybody for taking the time to come today. I am sorry.
Please include the serial number. 1263192, please, so that she gets a lot of correspondence to make sure that it goes to the right place.
Number again, please.
1263192 is the serial number of this application. Thank you.
Okay. Folks, thank you for coming, and I thank you for the State Liquor Authority for taking the time to express your concerns and your views with respect to this facility in your neighborhood. This hearing is concluded. Thank you.